her Lindsey Francis are close friends, but the banked track has an odd effect on people.
Texas is going all the way. Let's take it home, guys. Let's go.
It brings the beast out of them.
I'm going to get this.
Tonight, Lindsey and Shay meet as competitors. Lindsey's counterparts, the G-Force, are still mending their wounds from their latest bloodbath with the X-Men. The Dice's aerial assaults will be countered by the G-Force's hand-to-hand combat. But McDaniel's kamikaze-style play is tough to contain.
The X-Men have a fall with us. We'll take it out there to the track.
The Rustlers head back to the front in an attempt to ambush the Hot Dice. Next on Roller Jam. Studios, this is Roller Jam in the World Skating League. Happy to have you with us, everybody. I'm Rory Marcus along with Lee Hawk Rearman. And tonight, coming to you from Orlando, we bring you the Texas Rustlers against the Nevada Hot Dice. Should be a great game. Should be a hot game to go right along with that name of the Hot Dice. And you talk about team leadership. When you look at two teams, you check their rosters, you say, who's the leader of this team? We've assumed in the past the leader of the women for the Rustlers has been Lindsey Francis. But lately, the last few games, Talisa Miller's kind of taken over that role.
Well, Lindsey Francis is the leader because she's pretty. She was up for that roller derby queen. But you saw what Karen Madison of the Enforcers did to her. But take Talisa Miller. Watch her woman handle Shannon Abraham. Talisa Miller is showing she can play on the track. And she's also making it known that she thinks she deserves some of that attention that Lindsey Francis is getting.
Obviously, she does. And the Hot Dice on the men's side have a similar situation where Mark Webber has kind of been the unofficial leader of the team, but Jason McDaniel's making all the plays.
Well, Mark Webber in Las Vegas was the leader because he was the loudest, many would argue. But right there you see Gator Boy Cletty of these Rustlers and the G-Force take him out. Jason McDaniel, not quite as loud, but if not more flashy, at least as flashy. You see the rail biter. Mark Webber seems to spout his mouth, get people angry. Jason McDaniel has to kind of like clean up the mess with his physical ability, Rory.
I say if a man can fly, let him be the leader, and Jason McDaniel can fly. All right, they're about to come onto the track. Let's take a look. Just about knocks us out of our seat every time they set those fireworks out apart, but it also means it's time for the players to skate onto the bank track, and here come the Rustler women.
I don't know who's got their finger on that pyro, but they're fired. But here she is, Lindsey Francis. She still has a smile on her face, Rory, even though she's not the roller derby queen.
Well, she's got her finger on the pulse of all of us, I think, Hawk, as Lindsey Francis comes out on the track. And there, I don't know if you call her a nemesis, but her and Talisa Miller have not been getting along together very well at all, as we look at the Rustler men coming onto the track.
Well, Talisa Miller said it all. These Rustlers have a scowl on their faces. Brian Gamble also. They got to prove something, they think, against these Hot Dice here today, because they were embarrassed last time, Rory.
Well, the Rustlers will probably have a permanent scowl on their face tonight because they'd like to get back at the X-Men and the Hot Dice. And as we say that, here come the Nevada Hot Dice women as they take to the track.
Shane Brown, I don't know if she's really friendly with Lindsey Francis off the track. Apparently so, according to our piece before the show. But I tell you, these skaters have a way of putting those loyalties and those friendships aside when they get out here in front of these people.
I'd rather see them in the swimming pool together than hitting each other on the track. But
Mother, you're preaching to the choir.
Tonight we'll settle for that. And here comes Mark Webber. He's got him in the same situation. He's the leader of this team, but Jason McDaniel's been doing a lot of the work. As we take a look at Webber, and there's McDaniel just firing up the crowd. Right now, Broadway Danny Wolf has cornered Talisa Miller, so let's send it down to Broadway.
All right, thank you, Rory. Talisa, I usually don't get a chance to talk to you. We don't hear from you very much. But I heard there are rumblings going on between you and the Golden Girl, your teammate, Lindsey Francis.
Well, Danny, they say that Texas is a Lone Star state, and I guess it's true because I am the Lone Star.
I thought Lindsey was the star of the team.
Star? Maybe porno star. Her talents are definitely not on her skates. The only thing she'll star in is Lindsey does Texas. I'm done.
What does she mean by that? I don't get it.
Where can I rent that?
Brought to you by dial 1-800-AT&T for collect calls.
There are 4 6-minute periods. The women skate periods 1 and 3. The men skate periods 2 and 4. There are 5 skaters per team, 2 jammers and 3 blockers. The blockers wear white helmets. The jammers have the black helmet with the stripe. Points are scored when jammers lap opposing team members. Here's an example of what I was just talking about. The jammer for the green team breaks out from the pack and circles the track. For each member of the red team that he or she passes, 1 point is earned.
Watch to see how Shea Brown reacts to those harsh words moments ago from Talisa Miller. And Talisa Miller, we saw the scowl on her face early. She's going to have a chance to back up those words, Roy.
And here we go. We kick it off. Period number 1. That's right. Kiss for luck, and we're on our way.
I like her.
I know. First jam of the night. And Lindsey Francis trying to do it up early. And out there with her is number 33, Kim Hart of the Nevada Hot Knights. These two have gotten a lot of attention in this night. And they're trying to start the game off right. Lindsey Francis, maybe not in complete sync, obviously, with her teammate Talisa Miller. Let's see if they can put it behind them during the playing of this game. Francis meets up with Shea Brown. Shea Brown's been tough. And Talisa Miller has a hold of the jammer, and down she goes face first. Kim Hart, she fed her the track. Goes for it. And look at Miller. She never seems to be satisfied with one. Always has to give him another shot.
Well, how appropriate. Talisa Miller and Shea Brown, identical bulldogs. It's called a Texas Bulldog, but hey, they can do them in Nevada too. First, Talisa Miller takes down Kim Hart, and then Shea Brown does the same to Lindsey Francis. These two are built alike. They play alike. The only difference is they're in different uniforms, Roy, but this battle is going to be something that I like.
I don't know if that's the only difference, but I'll take your word for it. No scoring on the first jam of the game. And the jammers trying to emerge from the back of the pack for the Rustlers. Amy Becker looking to get out. She'll get a whip, and out she goes. Amy Becker gets out alone. Glances back over his shoulder to see if there's any trouble coming. And now it is in the person of Mindy Smith, but she has about half a track lead on her. However, Mindy Smith's quick. She's fast on those skates. She'll catch up. Amy Becker reaching the pack here where Andrea Franklin is waiting. Oh, Mindy Smith went right into her own blockers and gets through to score points as they knock Amy Becker down. Nice moves by Mindy Smith. She goes down low and now comes up high to try and get some more, but gets knocked down off her feet by Talisa Miller. Still 8 seconds left on the jam, but she wisely called it off. Too white as she adjusts her skates. We'll take a quick break and be right back to Orlando. Sadly, Hawk Ribbon with you from Orlando. Danny Wolf, Broadway Danny, is in the infield. We'll be hearing from him a little bit later. But we have the first period to contest. The whistle blows and the jam starts. The action begins. As they try to emerge from the back of the pack and get out there and score some points. There's Laura Heiser. There's Georgia Peach. She's out on the jam against Mindy Smith. You saw what Mindy Smith can do on skates a minute ago. But Heiser's tough, and she's a very talented skater. Plenty of time left on this jam, a full 30 seconds left. Talisa Miller comes back to block, and Laura Heiser gets knocked out of action. But that's, I think, fine with Miller. She wants to block. She wants to stop those jammers, but she gets stopped herself by Shea Brown. And now Brown takes out Carrie Johnston. Wow, Shea Brown's just wrecking the pack and letting Mindy Smith come through. Smith glanced behind her, saw the jammer and called it off, and now there goes Shea Brown and Talisa Miller.
Well, we saw Lindsey, first jam, showing how they can play, Rory. Right now they're showing Sean Corbin how they can fight. But Mindy Smith and Shea Brown dominated that jam, and then Shea Brown has a little bit left for Tig Miller. Wow. All you see there is a fistful of hair in the backside of our referee. I prefer the fistful of hair, but hey, we give it all to you here at Roller Jam.
Well, it's good to get a good shot of Sean Corbin in there.
Especially at that angle.